Hello, this is Christopher Picozzi, and I'm here to show you the progress of my SIP, mine and Michael's progress. Keep in mind that Michael has done most of the programming on this, and I also had James help me out. This is from his computer and his build that we have worked on. Let's get into it. So right here you see the still image of a weapon in AR. Now we took the background out because the background was the default version of it, so it was like a kind of like a space theme thing, which isn't what I wanted. That was just what the Hololens tools came with to work with. And let's go into it, and you'll see in a couple seconds. There we go. So the command for that is expand model. So what that does is it did basically what you just saw. It breaks apart the weapon like immediately. Now I know you really can't see much of what's going on because it's a gray background on a gray background, but as you can see, like right here, you have a weapon trigger, a weapon magazine. This is like a foregrip. This is the weapon's barrel. This is also another attachment, which is a suppressor. This is the weapon's body. And right here, the weapon's body consists of the trigger group and everything like that. This is the buttstock of a weapon. This is the optic of a weapon. Now, since we used an asset, it came with like stuff that I really didn't care too much for. So like a foregrip, a suppressor, and an optic aren't really necessary for what I would want to do. So basically, since we used an asset and I don't have anyone to model or animate just yet, this is probably what it's going to be on obviously a better background, and I want to focus more on UI and stuff like that. So like there's parts inside of this stock. I want to take those out, like a spring. There's a spring inside the magazine. There's sear and springs inside the trigger grouping. There's rifling inside the barrel that I want to go over. Yeah. So let's keep going with the video. It's a little shaky because augmented reality is a little. It's hard to record with. So this is just going over, what you would see inside of the Hololens. Let me pause it and make one quick note. So inside the HoloLens, there's a tapping command, like you just tap kind of like the space that you want to know about. So like if I were to tap on this, it would bring up a text box explaining like what material the body of this weapon was made out of, pretty much, since I want to break it all down, there's still parts inside of this body that I want to break down. But you get like the gist of tapping on it. A text box comes up and explains what it is. Like here, a text box will come up and say, this is the stock of the weapon. This is to be used to brace and stabilize the weapon platform for shooting, and what materials it was made out of too. And it would go the same for everything else here. It would explain the rifling inside the barrel, the parts inside of the magazine, also what ammo they can take, also the different configurations of one weapon, because the weapon that's displayed up here is a SCAR 17. The SCAR 17 is from the home family of SCAR series, so you can have different configurations of a SCAR, but putting them all in, they're pretty much the same gun, just with different calibers and like maybe a different barrel length. So let's keep going. Okay, this is reset model. This snaps everything back together. Let's see if I can get it clear. There we go. Let's go back a tiny bit. Okay, so up here, I don't want these parts to be all scattered when they come out, so we're working on trying not to get the parts to be too scattered, because I want a menu up here that says, when you're looking at a weapon, right? It says there's a tab up here that you can click on that says like weapon history. The weapon history will be like when this weapon was manufactured, like who uses it, what it's good for, the different calibers and configurations it can come in, because I want everything about the weapon itself to be informative. Like I want someone to know how a weapon works on the integrals of the side and what every part of a weapon does, not necessarily a history lesson, but I want to tune that in there because it's very interesting to learn about, modern technology and modern firearms. And next to it, I would want like a weapons maintenance thing. So like how to maintenance your weapons, this specific weapons platform, without like you know making the whole menu too cluttered. That's what I don't want either. I don't want it to be super cluttered. It's already kind of a bit difficult to work with in AR to do this kind of stuff, so I don't want it to be super cluttered. And yeah, like so up here would be like a weapons maintenance. Like this is how you maintenance your weapon, the correct ways to store and maintenance weapons and stuff like that. And then over here there would be like a drop down tab with like all the different weapons that you can grab. Obviously there are a lot of weapons in the world, so that would need to be maybe classified into subclasses of weapon systems. Like for example, like these are pistols, these are submachine guns, these are personal defense weapons, bolt action rifles, semi-automatic rifles, designated marksman rifles, stuff like that. Yep, this is just showing that AR can be a little finicky when you're moving around in it. So, and this is what I'm talking about with the tap screen stuff. All of this is just like stuff that you can screw with inside of the HoloLens, and you just tap on it and it does what you want. As far as contribution wise, Michael, like I said, has done a lot of the programming on this with James's help when he can help, and I've been the person that just basically puts the stuff in that I want to put in, and they program it for me. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video.